It's honestly laughable. Like, there's nothing else you can do but laugh. And it's mould. Oh! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So usually I don't get involved with like tea videos or like story times, but today that's all gonna change. I was shopping on Depop and I had a right nightmare. This is genuinely such a horror story. Like, I couldn't think of anything worse to happen. So if you guys are interested to find out what happened, then stick around. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram and my TikTok. And without further ado, let's get into it. Get your popcorn, this is gonna be seriously juicy. Okay, so a couple of weeks back I made this video about Brandy Melville and the Depop community. You guys seem to like this video. Obviously, like, lately I've been doing lots of hauls and I've been getting lots of clothes and trying to at least make lockdown not feel so bad, because clothes make things better. I'm not gonna lie about that. And in this video that I uploaded a couple of weeks back, I spoke about how Depop is a really, really amazing place to buy things, and I'm still of the same opinion. I haven't changed my opinion at all, but I had an experience and I don't have words. So this is my Depop page currently. I'm selling quite a few items at the moment because, as most of you guys would know if you've been here for a long time, I've been changing up my style a lot lately. I've been feeling a lot more confident with how I want to dress, and I've been dressing much more like how I've always envisioned to dress. I genuinely encourage you guys to be the same. If there's anything you want to change in your wardrobe, this is your sign to do it. My selling's been going quite well. I have sold quite a few items and it's been good experiences all round so far. But I got an inquiry on this item, which is actually something that's quite sentimental to me. Again, if you guys have been here since the summer, you would have known that I wore this on my 18th birthday, so it's quite a big thing, and I just decided that I needed to sell it really because I didn't have enough room in my wardrobe, and it's not really something I'm going to reach for again because it was quite affordable, and I almost want it to retain that memory in my head of just being my 18th birthday outfit. I don't want to then wear this somewhere else and then forget that it was for that purpose originally. It's one of those weird sentimental things that people do. So I decided to sell this set of co-ords from Pretty Little Thing. I'd only worn this co-ord set once and it was in absolutely pristine condition, because if there's one thing you guys need to know about me is that I do keep my things as lovely as I possibly can, and I really, really dislike like worn items or like things with holes in them or marks. That I cannot deal with it. So I popped this on there saying basically that it has only been worn once for my 18th birthday, and I wanted people to get the impression that I wanted it to go to a nice home. I put it on there for £15 because I thought that was quite a reasonable price, considering I think we paid about £25 for the skirt and the blazer separately, and I thought that was like a really good price for something that's been discontinued and also is in perfect condition. So this girl messaged me and she basically asked if I would like to swap with anything on her page, which, me being a little bit of a Depop noob, I've never really swapped on Depop before. I know a lot of accounts tend to say like no swaps or like no refunds and stuff, so I always was a little bit skeptical of swaps because why would other people turn that down if it was a good thing? But this time in particular I decided to have a look at her profile and see if there was anything that I thought was, you know, my style, like girly. And I come across this pair of pink shoes and I thought they were stunning. Like, they are so cute. Maybe they were slightly higher than what I would go for usually. I am really funny with shoes. I don't want heels to be super high, especially because I'm usually wearing a skirt that's quite short. I don't really like the idea of having really high heels, but I still put this aside and thought it's my first swap. I think I could probably get the use out of them maybe if I go out somewhere or I go for like a meal or a really special occasion. And I saw that these shoes were actually around the same price as the set that I was selling. So I researched how like swaps work on Depop. I found out that if one person buys your item, say, then that money would be in your PayPal account as credit, and then use that credit to buy their item, and then technically it's free. So I told the girl that the shoes were really nice, I really liked the look of them, and she said they'd only been worn once in the description as well. She's basically insinuated to me that they are pretty much new, she's only really just tried them on, and the picture on the front of these shoes was actually the picture picture you would see on like the website. So it was like the white background, the sort of flat lay sort of style image. I'll try and find the picture and put it up here so you guys know what I'm talking about. She also did upload her own images after that, so I thought, you know what, it looks great. Like, they looked in great condition, they looked plush, they looked really, really gorgeous, and I thought, I'm just gonna take the plunge. So we decided to do the swap, and then I told her I would be shipping it the next day, and she also shipped it the next day, which was wonderful. And I also had a couple of other parcels coming too, and when I say a couple, I mean quite a lot. I had like the Ladies London order, I had Pretty Affluent order, Gracefully Her, I bought something else off of Depop at the time. So that was like at least 4 things coming. I was just basically quite overwhelmed with parcels, and I can't ever really tell which one's what until I open it. A couple of days later, after we'd done the purchase, parcel arrived with 3 other parcels, I think it was, which was 2 things for my small business YouTube video that I uploaded last week, and it was the other Depop item as well. So I was super overwhelmed to get that many parcels through the door at once, because I'm not usually one to order multiple things at once. Usually it would just be a big order on one website or one place, and then I'd just get one big parcel. So I was super overwhelmed and super excited because I just love the joy of opening a parcel. It makes me so happy. I took the parcel up to my room along with the others, and I began opening the parcels. I initially opened the other one from Depop first, and then I thought, okay, I'm gonna open these. One thing I forgot to add, the seller actually told me she was adding freebies into the parcel, which I thought was really strange. Like, I haven't heard of that, but I thought that sounds really cool. I was expecting her to add like maybe some perfume samples or something she might have got from like a beauty website maybe. That sounds cool. That sounds really, really like thoughtful and nice. So the parcel was in a Shein bag, which I was a little bit skeptical of because Shein parcels have like a Ziploc kind of fastening at the top, and I know if it was me, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting that into the Royal Mail system, because I know parcels can easily open themselves anyway. Even if you seal them with like sellotape, they can open themselves and things can spill out of them. So that was a little bit of alarm bells when I first opened it. So I'm just gonna show you what I got. That would be fun, wouldn't it? As I say, this is the Shein bag that I received, and as you can see, there's like clothing in there, which I thought, that's really strange, but it's white and it's pink, so I thought, this girl's done like loads of research into me, and like she's seen that I like pink and white, so she's thought, I'm gonna add some pink and white clothes for you. And I just thought that was so sweet, it was so lovely. So I opened the parcel, just like this, Ziploc bag, and the first thing I pulled out was this. I wasn't sure if this was a dress, or if this was a top, or I don't actually know what it was, and it's got this strange like embellished sort of neckline, which obviously I didn't buy any of these clothes, these were just freebies. And when I pulled this out of the bag, just like I have now, I was met with this disgusting stench of cheap perfume and mould. Honestly, I really, really wish I could convey to you right now the smell that's going through my nose. It's honestly making me feel quite sick. So that was the first freebie. And then I was mildly scared because of the smell that was coming from the bag. So then I proceeded to get the next item out, which I thought was the same thing, but it's not. It's a top from New Look. It is a size 10, which that isn't my size. I'm not going to talk about my sizing because I know it can be triggering for some people, but that is not my size. So I wouldn't be able to really get use out of it anyway. And again, I was met with a horrendous stench of this perfume and this mould, and I was really, really getting off put now. Right, and this is the item I'm extremely scared to show you. Oh, it smells so bad. Oh god. It's an oversized t-shirt. It's got bubbles all over it, and the worst part is that it's damp. Like, I can feel it now still. It's still damp, it hasn't dried. And I could probably dust my shelf with this because it's so damp. It would pick up all the dust on my shelves. And this stinks the worst because it's obviously the culprit of the mould. I honestly was like, what the hell have I just unboxed? Like, what the actual hell have I just swapped my 18th birthday outfit for? And here's the worst part. I didn't think it was going to get any worse than this, guys, but it did get worse. The shoes, right? The shoes, that's what I ordered. I'm expecting these wonderful, wonderful plush shoes that are so gorgeous, like my dream pair of shoes. This is what I received. They may look fine to your eye right now because the camera's doing them justice. Studio lights make things look nice. Let me turn down my studio light and you might be able to see it. Okay, so we're up close and personal, and it's a little bit darker in my room now, and it's mould. Oh! So So not only the fact that the soles look like this, there is mould on the heel. Under here is like dirty feet. And this is like completely matted. It's not like faux fur. I cannot even convey to you in words how disappointed I am. It's honestly laughable. Like, there's nothing else you can do but laugh. And this is what the other shoe looks like. It's got like multiple marks here. As you can see, the sole is that, the dirty toe marks and the matted fur. And they literally feel like they're about 15 years old. So obviously looking at these, you can tell I've been absolutely scammed, like absolutely screwed over so badly, and it really upset me because my 18th birthday outfit was quite sentimental to me. And I think if this is a lesson for anyone, then please do not sell things that have sentimental value to you. And if you are going to sell them, just make sure that the buyer is actually buying them for money and you're not going to swap them for something that makes your room smell like a sewer. I genuinely do not know in what world would somebody put something that's damp and wet into a parcel that's enclosed with no oxygen, because it's obvious that it has no air to breathe and it's going to produce mould. Like, that is a really obvious thing. And it's the fact that it's got really cheap smelling perfume as well on top of it. Was it mouldy before it reached me, or like did you just tip a whole bottle of perfume on it to make it smell nice because you couldn't wash it and then it makes mould? Like, I honestly do not know what this person was thinking. That is not acceptable. So let's have a chat about how I dealt with this situation. The first thing I did was leave a 1-star review because I need to let people know that this happens from this seller and you should probably not buy things from her. And scrolling through her previous reviews, there was actually people who have left this review before saying that her stuff has come to them mouldy. The one unique selling point that she was stating on her account was, I include freebies with all the parcels. I think people would buy from her or swap with her thinking that they're going to get all this amazing stuff for free, or maybe just samples like I thought, and then that arrives and then people probably feel too bad to say that the parcel was really bad and in a horrendous condition because she added freebies into it, and then they probably just leave a 5-star review anyway and just move on with their lives. The reason why Depop is so good is because they encourage you to buy through PayPal, and PayPal have a buyers and sellers protection, so you basically are always protected if something like this happens. So I wrote a complaint to PayPal. I told them about the condition of my items. I sent them pictures and proof that I bought them off this seller. I sent them the evidence that I'd sent the money to her PayPal from my bank with like a screenshot of my online banking's transaction part. They then sent all these details over to the girl and she then replied, but she replied on Depop to my claim, and this was about 3 or 4 hours after I'd filed it, and she basically said to me, I will give you a refund, but in order for me to give you a refund, you need to delete the review, which I was like, at this point, I just want my refund, so I did delete the review, which I really regret now, because I do really wish I could have kept it up there, but then I wouldn't have got my money back, so it was one of those things where you just accept it because you just really want this nightmare to be over. So I deleted the review, and then she basically proceeded to tell me that I had to send this back to her address in order for me to then get my money back, which I'm willing to do, but I just hate the idea that she's going to have the stuff back to then potentially sell on again. If I do see this back on her account, I will possibly report her and tell Depop about how horrendous this experience was. But this is one thing that's happened on Depop in the whole time I've been on there, and I've been on Depop, I would say, since about 2018, and this has never happened. I've never even seen a bad review on someone's account before, so this is really eye-opening for me. And that was the main reason for me wanting to share this experience with you, because I really want you guys to be aware and do your research, and especially read people's reviews before you purchase anyone's things on Depop. Obviously it is a second-hand website, so most of the things will be worn, and that's okay if you get told that in the description, but if you get purposely lied to and then it turns up in this state, then it's not acceptable. I really would hate for any of you guys to make the same mistake I made with not researching into the seller and not seeing that she already had reviews saying her stuff was mouldy and it was really bad. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed this tea spilling, then please give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments below if you've ever had any experiences like this yourself, and also subscribe to me if you want to see more from me. Yeah, hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload. Stay safe, have a wonderful day, do not order any mouldy parcels, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!